Sounds good.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm joined by top heavyweight contender, the bounty hunter, Mike Hunter. How you doing, man?
What's going on? How you doing?
It's a pleasure to have you on our show.
Yeah, likewise. Glad to be here.
So, first of all, man, I just want to tell you, I've been following your career since that HBO fight you had with Usyk. You made me a fan that night. I know it wasn't the outcome you wanted, but you showed a lot of skills, and I was very impressed with your performance. I've liked your style since. I just wanted to let you know that I was impressed with you, and I've been following you intensely since then.
Since Povetkin?
Sorry, so the Usyk fight.
Oh, Usyk. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I know it didn't go the way you went, but you showed a lot of skills, man, and I was impressed.
Thank you. Actually, it's funny because I guess a lot of people say that. I get a lot of fans, people liking that fight, even though it wasn't my best performance.
Right. Is that ever something you think you'd want to run back at heavyweight?
Yeah, it's at some point, if it makes sense, for sure.
I feel like it would go completely different. I think it'd be a very different looking fight at heavyweight.
Yeah, definitely. I was just explaining to somebody that I have had a hard time. I mean, I'm originally a heavyweight, and it was not the best time for me to. I was still experimenting with the cruiserweight division, if you will. So I think you were right. There's a lot of different aspects that you don't have to deal with when it comes to the cruiserweights that it is, and we're far more longer in our career now. So.
Right. So I know you've probably been asked this a bunch of times this week, but I gotta ask, man, what happened with the Filip Hrgović fight?
What happened is they did bad business, basically. That's point blank. Period. As you could tell, and also I got a offer that I couldn't refuse. I got a deal with Triller, and the way they're gonna embrace me, got a multi-fight deal. I couldn't refuse it, and I just think that there was a lot of dirty stuff that was being done during the purse bid and the whole situation, and they didn't really want the fight to happen.
Right. So now you signed with Triller. It's a multi-fight deal, right?
Yep.
So being with Triller, and they've signed you. Now they have Teofimo. They've had Prograis on there before. Do you think they're kind of transitioning from the YouTube kind of like freak show fights to like real boxing?
Yeah, I think they're going to continue to still do the original stuff, but I see them. They're starting to put their real fighters, a fighting department involved, and let it mesh at some, and meet somewhere in the middle. So they're definitely going to be having a lot more fighting.
It makes sense because I think there's a lot more stability and longevity in that. Because boxing is going to be here. We don't know how long this YouTube thing is going to last, right?
Right.
So, do you think the Hrgović fight's ever something that we'll see? Is that a fight you still want? What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I originally had the IBF push for the IBF situation, and I don't have no problems fighting that fight. It's just that it was bad business. Boxing is a business. Unfortunately, is 80% business, 20% boxing, pretty much. And I think it was bad business on their part, on Eddie's part, on Team Sarland, and that they didn't want the fight. I originally could have fought them at any time. I was with PBC. When I always say that. When I was with Eddie Hearn for 3 fights, I could have fought. Me and him fought on the same show. So, but I think it was just bad business that with how the approach. But it was I guess it was good for their sake. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't good for the fans' sake.
I'm gonna be honest. I think you're all wrong for Hrgović.
I agree. I absolutely think I will mess him up, and I don't see him. I don't see him beating me like that. I can't. I see me giving him all the problems in the world, and eventually, you guys will be able to see it, but they wasn't really ready to pay for it just yet.
Fair enough. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you have a fight with Mike Wilson coming up on Triller, and it's a WBA title eliminator. Am I wrong about that?
No, yes, it is. Yep, you're right.
Okay,
Right.
so how do you see that fight playing out?
You know, it's hard to say. I think that I'm a little more athletic than he is, a little more faster, maybe a little more explosive. But I thought the same thing for the Povetkin fight, and you have to take every fight at that moment. You know what I'm saying, step by step. So I know the guy well. You know, I fought him in the amateurs, and I know that he has experience. He knows the fundamentals of boxing. He's not, this is not no YouTube artist type of stuff. So I'm gonna have to show up and show out.
Right. So did you watch the last Triller broadcast by chance?
Jake Paul and Ben Askren, I was there. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So what do you think about the commentating, and how do you think they're going to commentate your fight? It was going to be a little bit more professional. I think it's going to be kind of playful. What do you think?
I don't know. I think that's the interesting part about it. I think that they'll have some cuts because I think you know they want to be a little serious at some point. So I think they're going to do some type of cutting. But Uncle Snoop is probably still running it, so he pretty much can do what he wants. As long as they're bringing in views and so I don't know. We'll see.
Gotcha, gotcha. So what are your thoughts on the heavyweight division as a whole right now? It's kind of been a little bit stagnant at the top. You have the two champions, and there's only been one title fight since COVID onset with Joshua fighting Pulev, and Tyson hasn't defended his title since.
Yeah, man. I think it sucks, right? Um, yeah, man. It's just it's kind of suck, but it's all coming down to business. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that sometimes we have to see business get in the way of the great fights, and that's kind of how it's always been. And it's something that I think we should, they should talk about and expose because then maybe it'll find some type of a medium. But I think that it really sucks that things have to go the way they are, stagnant, and people can't just fight. If you say you're the best, then you should be able to fight them. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how it goes.
Right. So in an ideal world, what does the rest of 2021 and then 2022 look like for the Bounty Hunter?
Man, well, definitely I'm going to stay active. I'm going to stay busy. So that means, I'm already in the top 10. That means, I don't have too far much up to go. So eventually we'll be fighting somebody, we'll be fighting. But right now I'm going to stay focused, stay focused on the 19th. And yeah, I think that we'll have a lot of different opportunities, and we'll see what's going up. I think that this is going to be the best Michael Hunter you've seen in the next couple of years. So it's going to be some exciting things for me coming in the near future, and for my fans to be watching. So, yeah, man.
All right, we're looking forward to it. It's got a couple more for you, and we'll get you out of here. How's training camp going for the 19th? How's things going in camp? I know you were training with Tyson. Is that correct?
Yeah. I trained Tyson a little bit. Yeah, it's been going well. I can't complain. This is probably the best situation I've had. It's always getting better and better and better. So, this is probably the best, most favorable camp I've had for a long time. And I'm excited about, what I'm even interested in how, these next couple fights are going to go. That's why there's a lot of excitement there for me because, people haven't seen the best Michael Hunter yet. You know what I'm saying? And the best is yet to come. You know what I'm saying? I'm here, and I've settled in a little bit more in the last, since I've had these decent big fights, and we've had the time off with the COVID and everything, and so I feel like I'm in the race.
Okay. Can we expect any really extravagant fight kit like the Predator one you had in Abu Dhabi or
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I'm not. We'll see, man. I'm going to continue to come out, to the best of my abilities, like, with the best performances. I enjoy that part of the boxing side. That's something that the business is not involved in, and something that I get just to expressing within myself. So I really always look forward to that part, and it's cool to get people talking about it and interested, because ever since my beginning of my career, if you see that, that's something that a lot of fighters we really enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So.
For sure. So, any final words for the Bounty Hunter fans out there, in our audience?
I appreciate you guys, man. Keep following. Thank you for being on, being on the interview and the show. And follow me, Michael Bounty Hunter, on Instagram.
All right, man. Thank you very much for coming on, and good luck with the rest of the camp. We'll be tuning in on the 19th.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.